There's also another way to organize nodes. It's called group nodes. You can basically select any set of nodes and then tell JIPipe, okay, please make me a node that contains them all, and then it's basically independent. This is something completely different to compartments. Let's maybe show one of those. It is in our template list. It is this auto threshold 2D try all. This one is a group node. If you select it, it says there in the documentation that it is a group. If I open it by double-clicking it, then you see what's actually inside these group nodes. They are basically like separate pipelines that you can open up, similar to how compartments are, but they're really fully separated from the other pipeline. And it basically has always a group input and a group output that behave similar to these compartments. So just use this to interface data between the outside pipeline and then whatever is inside the group. Example, I make one here. Dilation, hole filling, erosion, something that I want to keep reusing. And I don't want to always have 3 nodes. I want to reduce it into 1. You can right-click it, and then there are many, many options, including group. Then it will ask you, do you want to keep the selected nodes? Otherwise, it would delete them. Usually, you want to keep them around because you want to see what the group thing does. And then you get like an automatically generated group that looks like that. If you go inside, you see that it basically contains our copy of these nodes that we have selected, and they're automatically interfaced. For more complicated arrangements, it can be more easy if you just make a group from the Add Nodes panel and then build it up custom. And these names are a bit long. You can always, with these nodes that have a plus next to these outputs and inputs, you can always edit them because they're customizable. You can, for example, edit it, and then instead of calling it this forever long name here, just say it's input. And then edit this one too. You basically work all the time inside this group, and then later on you close it. You saw that it basically adopted the same configuration as input and output as you have set up in the group node itself. So you can give it my auto threshold, and then it still runs. It's just another structural unit, one that is intended for something where you really have a set of nodes that do something specific, they work. You don't want to test them anymore and debug them and check the intermediate results, and then you group them up. And then you can give it the names like dilate, fill, and erode. And then there's also ways that I can explain later how to get parameters from the group inside into the node itself. This I talk about later because this is a bit more advanced. And there's also a comparison table if you are unsure which one you have to use. Group nodes, something that is reusable, that is basically done. It does not support all the operations, and compartments are for something else. Your higher order structure of your pipeline, something that you can actively work on.